You know, I have 4 children, and all of them are athletic, and they all did pole vaulting. We have a pole vault set up in our yard. They all did well, and except Mondo, just from a really early age, I mean, just barely could pick up a pole and run. You could tell it was going to be his passion.
For your love I will go far. I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
That's the goal in pole vault always, is to get a personal best. And Mondo gets a personal best and he breaks the world record. And it's kind of a double win for him. Yeah, I am. I'm proud of the way he has developed, the guy, the man he is now. I'm so proud, immensely proud.
I go solo, oh, I go solo. I'm making my way, oh, I'm making my way.
You know, you have to accept that you're going to have to put your whole life into it. And if you're not willing to do that, then don't do it. You have to let them do what they want to do. I mean, all of my 4 children, we just let them follow their own path and supported them in it. Go out there and do your thing, be you, and do what you've always done. That's it.
Good morning, or good evening, depending on where you are watching. It is day 3, the final day of action at the 19th edition of the World Indoor Championships. And what an emotional start. So great to see the perspective, not just of the athletes, but of the parents and the fans and the people that are in the stands watching. We are bringing you all of the action from the women's triple jump. I'm Steph Reed, a 4-time Paralympian in the sprints and jumps, and we are glad to have you with us. Saturday was all about the men's horizontal jumps, and today it's all about the ladies. Charisma Taylor is getting herself prepared for a very big and unusual double this morning. We'll tell you more about that in a little bit. Now, this is a dedicated feed for the women's triple jump, so you will be seeing the whole thing from start to finish. Every jump from every round, not a single moment, not a single facial expression missed. You can just see the intensity as the athletes are preparing. They're just about finished their warm-ups. They're just gathering themselves, running through those final mental checks. Lianis Perez Hernandez of Cuba knows she has a big opportunity in front of her at the moment. It's the women's triple jump competition coming up, and across the horizontal jumps, men's and women's, this is the only outright world record set in this century. And it bears mentioning the owner of this world record, the outrageously talented Yulimar Rojas, is not here. She set this world record en route to winning the world indoor crown in Belgrade in 2022. The World 2023 outdoor champs, Rojas managed to win again, but only just. She looked a bit out of sorts in that final. Left it until the 6th round, but like a champion, she made it happen. One of 2 Americans competing this morning, Katura Orji. Just having a final check-in with her coach. Jasmine Moore, the second of our competitors from America, who actually list Orji as one of her inspirations in the sport. They were teammates back at the University of Georgia. It's becoming quite the trend for field eventers to have a notebook with them on the track, give them an opportunity just to write down their thoughts, focus. Now, with Rojas and Marina Beck-Romanchuk, are reigning gold and silver medalists from both the World Indoor Champs and the World Outdoor Champs, not competing here, there's a big opportunity, because for the first time, the gold medal is wide open, especially for 22-year-olds Jasmine Moore and Lianis Perez Hernandez, who holds the world leading mark at 14 meters 86. The 2022 bronze world indoor medalist is here, Kimberly Williams. She's been on the world indoor podium 3 times and knows exactly what it takes. And Charisma Taylor doing an unusual double this morning, triple jump and the 60-meter hurdles.
Starting at 11:50. Morning, Estonia.
Glasgow has done a wonderful job of hosting 650 athletes from 130 nations. And it's the first time the World Indoor Champs have been hosted in Scotland. And what a lovely comment from Karsten Warholm last night. He was loving the noise from the crowd and said in a post-race interview, "You guys know how to do athletics."
3 to 7.
It's an early morning crowd, so perhaps a little muted, perhaps still recovering from the excitement of last night, and it was a pretty brilliant evening of action. We had a world record for Femke in the 400. Alexander Doom set a national record to beat Warholm to gold in the 400 meters. Gillian Alford won 60-meter gold, the first medal for St. Lucia in the history of the champs. And 2 golds absolutely delighting the home crowd, from Josh Kerr in the 3000 and Molly Caudry in the pole vault. The noise inside the arena was deafening. Lots of action in the jumps yesterday. In the men's triple and the men's long. Now, in the end, the athletes you would expect to win on paper took the crown. Tintagli winning the long jump, Zango winning the triple jump, but neither competition was straightforward, and both champions had to work for the crown. I'm sure there'll be lots of athletes on the triple jump runway asking for clapping from the crowd. That massive foam finger will hopefully come in handy for that. The crowd has been very generous with their clapping throughout these championships. The crowd went absolutely silent there for a moment as the men's 60-meter hurdles has gotten underway. This is the second day of action in the heptathlon. From the view there, you can just see how busy it's going to get on this infield. You've got the triple jump runway in the foreground, and then just to the right, you can see that the high jump bed, which is going to be crossing over those 60-meter hurdles. And some of those high jumpers start their run-up back where the triple jumpers are. Yesterday it was getting pretty congested, and you could just see all of the athletes really having to adjust, take it in, take a few breaths. As they were told after they had done their preparations, they just need to take a moment and wait for the other athletes to finish up. But look, it's all part of it with World Indoor Athletics Championships. So much action, and it's part of the reason why it's such an exciting way of competing. You want to have the crowd constantly entertained. They literally couldn't decide where to look.
Triple jump final. Twice the national indoor champion of France, Iliana
Here
Guillen.
are your finalists for the women's triple jump. Iliana Guillen of France. She's a European under-20 silver medalist and a 2-time national champion. Lithuania's Dovilė Kilti, 7-time national champion. European under-23 champion.
5 times the national champion of Slovenia, Neja Filipic.
Neja Filipic of Slovenia, winner of the Balkan Games, winner of the Mediterranean Games, World University Games, silver medalist. Elena Andrea Talos of Romania. A few kisses for the crowd. Balkan champion, 10-time national indoor champion, twice a finalist in these World Indoor Champs.
For Romania, Diana Anna Maria Ion.
Her teammate, Diana Anna Maria Ion of Romania. National champion in 2023 and a Francophone
European
Games
silver
bronze
medalist representing
medalist.
Finland, Kristiina Mäkelä.
Kristiina Mäkelä of Finland, 8-time national champion, 7-time indoor national
The
champion.
South American Games champion for Brazil, Gabriel Santos.
Brazil's Gabriel Santos. The 29-year-old is a reigning South American champion and a 3-time national champion.
The NACAT Games under-23 champion for Bahamas, Charisma
Taylor of Bahamas. She is a 2-time national champion and doing the unusual double this morning, sprint hurdles and the triple jump.
Bronze medalist in Tokyo, representing Spain, Ana Palatero Campeore.
Ana Palatero Campeore of Spain won the bronze medal in Tokyo, setting a national record in the process.
Champion representing Japan,
also World Indoor Champs bronze medalist from 2018. Marika Morimoto of Japan, the Asian champion, 5-time national champion, national record holder.
A lifetime best of 14 meters 91 for the USA.
USA's Keturah Orji, double Olympian, 2-time Olympic finalist, 2-time World Championships finalist.
4 times the US National Collegiate Champion for the USA, Jasmine Moore.
Jasmine Moore of the USA, a 7-meter-plus long jumper and a 15-meter-plus long jumper, 4-time NCAA champion.
An Olympic finalist for Jamaica, Kimberly Williams.
Kimberly Williams of Jamaica, 3-time Olympian, 3-time medalist at the World Indoors, including a bronze from 2022.
Silver medalist for Dominica, Thea Lafont.
Dominica's Thea Lafont, she made history as the first Dominican athlete to medal at the Commonwealth Games. And she finished 4th in this event in 2022.
Leonis Perez Hernandez.
Leonis Perez Hernandez of Cuba. She is the bronze medalist from the 2023 World Champs, followed it up with a gold at the Pan American Games, and she comes in with the world lead at 14 meters 86. These are your finalists. Now, the format for the Indoor Championships is different to that from the outdoors. In the outdoors, you have a separate qualification round on a separate day, but here, all of the action is going to be happening in the next hour and a half. 14 athletes have qualified. All 14 will get 3 attempts. Then after the third round, only the top 8 athletes will continue. Now, jumping first in the order is Charisma Taylor of the Bahamas, and this is because she's hoping to get in 2 jumps before she has to head off for the 60-meter hurdles. Unfortunately, a bit of a scheduling clash. She is in Heat 5 for the women's 60-meter hurdles, which goes off at 10:53 in the morning. Imagine having to warm up, not just one event, but 2 events. And if she progresses in the hurdles, and we hope she does, it's going to be a very, very busy day for Taylor. Just composing herself at the moment, giving all of her focus to this triple jump, even though she can see the women lining up from the first heat of these hurdles. She was originally drawn 15th in the order, but after a discussion this morning, officials decided to have her open it up again so she could get those 2 jumps in, hopefully, before she heads over to compete in the heats of the women's 60-meter hurdles. She's just waiting patiently. A few more checks happening on the pit. Officials have to make sure that everything is right. Again, there was a reordering with Charisma Taylor now going first, just making sure everyone is aware of the change, making sure all of the measurement equipment has gone through their final checks. As an athlete, you have to come to these games and be prepared for anything. And the reality is sometimes you do have to be a little bit patient. things don't always go as smoothly as you'd like in sport and in life. And at the end of the day, you just have to go with it. Taylor's been given the all clear. This is the opening jump of the women's triple jump. Season's best of 13.92. What will she open with? Oh, it's a big smile from Taylor. You can just see her giving almost a little pep talk to herself, just manage those emotions. The good news is she's been given the green light. It may be that with the little detour she's going to have to make to do the hurdles, she might actually miss one of the jumps in her order. So it's especially important for Taylor to get a mark on this first jump and get herself on the board. 13.92. With that first jump, she has matched her season's best. So excellent start for her. Her PB comes in at 14.88, so still a bit down on that, but great opening mark for Taylor. Orji is a double Olympian, finished 4th in Eugene, and off the track, she is a financial counselor, helping people make intentional decisions with their money. It's a good opener from Orji, just over 14 meters. Green light there. I had a quick peek at her Instagram page, and actually from her I learned the benefit of having 3 core bank accounts when it comes to managing my money. A multi-talented athlete in every sense of the word. Our first 14-meter plus jump. More of USA up next. Now, Moore was inspired by the athlete who just jumped ahead of her. Moore is from Grand Prairie, Texas, attended the University of Georgia, where she was inspired by teammate Orji. Three jumps, 3 all clears. Jasmine Moore is the only 15-meter plus jumper in the field. She has chosen to focus specifically on this triple jump, not attempt the double. Moore has just snuck into the lead with that jump. I mean, very early days, 3rd jump of the opening round. The arena is clapping Perez Hernandez down the runway. This is a big opportunity for the 22-year-old. She finished in the bronze medal position at the World Champs, and the 2 athletes ahead of her are not here. That was a foul. She will have to wait for the 2nd round to get on the board. Perhaps just a little bit of extra adrenaline. That did look to be a pretty good jump. Sadly, they don't count unless your foot is on that whiteboard behind the orange part of it. Perez Hernandez knows what an opportunity this is for her. For so long, the question of who is going to win the gold has been obvious, Yulima Rojas, but this is an opportunity for Perez Hernandez to stand on the top of that podium. Filipic of Slovenia. She's a 5-time national indoor champion across the long and the triple jump. Here she is with her opening attempt. But a lot of the athletes in the field compete in both the long and the triple jump. Lots of crossover. Lots of the same qualities important in each of the event. This is a really cool graphic that we have at the bottom there. You can see not only the distances of the phases, but also the way the speed changes throughout the jump. Ideally, in a triple jump, you want to be able to carry that speed across all of the phases. Talish of Romania, another athlete competing across the long and triple jump. I mean, the similarities are obvious, plus the last phase of a triple jump is essentially a long jump. But as we just saw from that graphic, the biggest difference being the way you need to carry the speed through the phases. Long jump is one big explosion. Triple jump, you need to be explosive and have that flow and that carry of the speed. Personal best of 14:47, a season's best of 13:89. Just heading back to get a little bit of feedback from her coach. $13.65 for Talish. She's into fourth. Tia Lafond of Dominica. She had a devastating experience in the Tokyo Olympics. Now that is a very good opening jump. Over 14 meters. Really tough time Tokyo Olympics. She qualified for the final, but then struggled to find the board. Clearly, she has learned from that experience. She finished 5th in Eugene and 5th in Budapest at the World Championships there. With that jump, she has gone straight to the top of the leaderboard, 14:41. The Olympic bronze medalist from Tokyo, Pelletero Campeor. She took some time out, giving birth to her daughter in December 2022. You might recognize the last name. She's married to French triple jumper Benjamin Campeor. And actually, interestingly, just this week, an announcement was made regarding a new allowance for breastfeeding mothers competing at the Paris Olympics and Paralympics. It's not easy being a mom and an athlete. Definitely possible, but lots of logistics and practicalities involved. The crowd has been inspired by that roar. They are clapping her down the runway. She's got the green light, but that was definitely not how she was hoping to land. Still a fantastic jump, even not quite completing that final phase. She'll be hoping to get that right in the upcoming rounds. 13.93. Again, not bad for landing it standing up. Ian of Romania. Up next, Ion of Romania has got the green light. She's the second athlete competing for Romania. Now, each country can send a maximum of 2 athletes to these champs. At the outdoors, it's 3, but the fields are a bit smaller at the indoor champs. She's watched her teammate have her opening jump. .52 for the 23-year-old. Bill Kilty of Lithuania. She is married to British sprinter Richard Kilty. They have a son together. I mean, households are busy with one professional athlete. It gets even harder when there are 2. I mean, just the organization of schedules for training camps and competition and childcare. Lots of multitasking going on. She's given the green light. She has a season's best of 1390. Now, it's really important in these opening rounds for the athletes to get a good jump in, because after the first 3 rounds, there is going to be a reordering. Only the top 8 athletes will be moving on. It's essentially a final within a final. Morimoto of Japan, she competed at the Asian Indoor Championships in Tehran a couple weeks ago. Now, she finished 4th with 13:37, and she described it as one she would like to forget, and that her team would be looking for a solution. And that was just a few weeks ago, February 18th. Let's see what her and her team have come up with. She's just being held here for a moment as one of the 60-meter hurdle heats takes place. Last thing you want is to be running down the runway and have one of those starting guns go off. Now, that looked to be over the board by Ai, and that has been given the red light. So we know that she is battling back from a great result. Sometimes these competitions are about coming and winning medals, and sometimes it is about sorting things out and learning and setting a plan for the months to come for your training. Santos of Brazil is the South American champion from 2023. She finished 23rd at the World Champs in Budapest. It's an important opportunity here to chase both an Olympic qualifier and also gain some really important ranking points. Lots of different goals going on at the moment. Now, the qualifying distance for the Olympics is 14:55. You either need to get the distance or qualify by ranking. We have 3 women in this field who already have that qualifying mark. Gabrielle Santos is still looking for it. At the moment, her season's best is 14:04. She'll want to improve on that 13:39.
Hey, let's go!
Let's go, says Kimberly Williams. She has medaled at this event 3 times already. She knows all about the indoor champs and what it takes to get on that podium. quickly from that jump. It's been given the green light, but not quite the distance she was looking for. Kimberly's won a bronze in 2014, a silver in 2018, and another bronze in 2022. She'll look to improve on that 13:57. It is a big year for all French athletes. Not many athletes get the experience of competing at a home Olympic Games. Qualification will be on Guillaume's mind. She'll want to qualify for the home crowd, and that looked to be a fantastic way to open this competition. Oh, but it's been given the red. Well, okay, that was actually, now that I look back on playback, that was quite a big foul. She's already having a fantastic season. She set a PB of 14:11, so let's hope she can carry on with that momentum. Again, Olympic qualifying standard at 14:55. Closing out our first round, Michaela of Finland comes from a multi-events background. She says one of her proudest moments was getting on the podium with a bronze medal at the European Championships in 2022. And it took a PB and a national record to do it. After so many years of hard work, she was so pleased to finally have some hardware to show for it. I think a little slap to the Mondo getting out says everything that she felt about that jump. PB and national record in Finland stands at 14:64. Her season's best is 13:58. 13:47. So we are back at the top of the order with Charisma Taylor. Currently 10:38. Her heat in the women's 60-meter hurdles is kicking off at 10:53. So she's going to have a very quick turnaround to complete this triple jump attempt. She's going to have to change her spikes and get over to the start of that 60-meter hurdle. Now, she opened with a 13:92. She's currently sitting in 5th spot. So not an improvement for Taylor. However, she'll be able to go do that 60-meter hurdle heat, come back and give full focus to this triple jump. You can see her there just changing out her shoes. Hopefully she'll have time to get in a few block starts. Orji was 4th in the Rio Olympics, 7th in Tokyo, twice a finalist in the World Champs. She knows how to make a final, and the question for her now is about getting on that podium. She opened with 14:12, and that looks to be another jump over 14 meters. Thea Lafond went out to 14:41 with her opening round attempt. Has Orji gotten into that same sort of territory? .36. And you can just see there the difference in terms of the phases. Orji has a bigger hop phase than Lafond, but again, it just depends on how you carry that speed throughout the jump. Is a brilliant all-around jumper, 15-meter plus in the triple, PB of 7:03 from 2023. She's been given the red light on that attempt. And this triple jump means a lot to her. She has already jumped 6 meters 93 in the long jump, ranking her second overall in 2024, but she has chosen specifically to focus on the triple jump. Some instantaneous feedback there from one of her teammates. Perez Hernandez is coming into this as one of the favorites. Foul in her first round. She is going to want to get this jump in. There were oohs and ahs in the crowd there. Clearly, she made the adjustments. That jump looked big. You can just see at the end of that jump how it looked like she might just be losing her balance, how she pulled it back and really saved that jump. 14:58, she has gone into the lead. Filipich has already had a pretty busy indoor season. He's competed 5 times in the triple, once in the long jump. She opened with 13:62, currently sitting in 8th place, right on the cusp of that 3rd round cutoff. Looked to be a lot of speed through that jump, however, it will not be measured. Red light has been given. Coaching so important in these field events. Sometimes the difference can be just that one cue, that one correction. You have the opportunity in the field events to work your way, to learn through each jump, make the corrections. Talish just gathering herself before her next attempt, getting the crowd behind her. Coming from a multi-event background. Now, triple jump isn't part of the heptathlon, but the athleticism and the coordination required for the triple jump means a well-rounded background, a well-rounded athletic background is certainly really helpful. On that one. Very consistent. Again, in 7th place. She'll want to improve on that and get well away from that 8th place cutoff. Now LaFawn has just seen the lead taken off her. She jumped 14.41 in the first round. Perez Hernandez jumped 14.58. She's looking anxiously right now to see if she's given the all clear. They're taking a long time, which means it's been close. She is still looking. Oh, and it was close. She's been given the green light, and she's excited because she knows that was a big jump. Has she gone back into that lead? (15.01). We have had our first 15-meter plus jump of this competition. She cannot believe it. That is a personal best for her. It is the first time she has ever been over that 15-meter mark. And it is so hard in this moment because she wants to celebrate and she deserves to celebrate. But the competition is not over yet. She's going to have to go back, compose herself, prepare. This really is turning into an exciting battle. This is why you want to see all the jumps. You want to see how that story is developing. Perez Hernandez responded, but LaFawn responded back. When you see another athlete jump 15 meters, there's two options. It either makes you nervous, makes you doubt, or it fires you up. Pelletier Compeur, that looks like that jump fired her up. She had 13.93 in the opening round, and that jump looked much, much better. She started the round in 5th place. She has just gone into silver medal position and now put Perez Hernandez down into 3rd place. This competition has just gotten very, very hot. And the exciting thing is when you see other athletes doing big things, that energy can be contagious. Ion opened with 13.52. 20 centimeter improvement there for Ion. She is into 7th place. Kilty at the moment is sitting in 12th spot. She opened with 13.46. There's been lots of changes in the lead since that first round. She has her work cut out for her to get into those top 8 positions. 13.65 belongs to 8th place at the moment. Kilty is just waiting at the moment to see if that jump is valid. It hasn't come up yet. She's waiting very patiently. Now it's just come up for us on the system. Unfortunately, that is a no jump by 0.4 of a centimeter. She will have her work cut out for her in round 3. We know Morimoto is coming off a competition. In her words, she would rather forget. She said she had a couple weeks to go back and make the corrections had she been able to make them for these championships. And oh, unfortunately, that jump looked to be a foul. She is now finding herself in the very uncomfortable position of going into round 3 with 2 fouls to her name. A lot of pressure coming for her on this next jump, because not only does it need to be a valid jump, it needs to be big enough to lift her into the top 8 so she can carry on in this final. Lafond jumped a huge lifetime best, 15:01. You can see she's still having a conversation about it with her coach. Perez Hernandez, she's pacing. She had the lead at one point. It was then wrestled off her by Lafond, who put her into silver. And then Pelletera Campeor took her turn, demoting Perez Hernandez down to bronze. She is all smiles, and for very good reason. Again, actually, even though she's jumped so well, hi mom there. This is actually such a challenging position to be in, because she still has a competition to complete, and yet she's already jumped the best she's ever jumped in her life. How do you gather yourself to be ready just in case there is a response? It's still only round 2. Perez Hernandez is capable of big jumps and being put under pressure like she is here. Who knows what Perez Hernandez can produce. Santos from Brazil, looking to get into the mix. She is currently in 13th place with 13:39. That jump is not going to help her cause. It's been given the red light. Another athlete with some work to do in round 3. Again, getting into that top 8, so crucial. Williams is our only medalist here from 2022. She's currently in 10th place with her opening jump of 13:57. She says the best thing about triple jump is that it's very technical, but feels easy when you do it right. And that looked to be a much better attempt from Williams. Hopefully that one felt a little bit easier for her. Great shot there of her heel shoot. You want to get those heels up as far as possible, not lose out on any centimeters. 13.98. That has taken her into 6th place. She'll be looking to build on that jump. Guillermo France has already had a great season. 13.41, 13.32, and then a big personal best of 14.11. It's a big year for her. And just with her progression throughout those competitions in the season, you can see triple jump is that event where all it takes is just to get that timing right. You can have all the power, all the speed in the world, but if your timing and rhythm is off, the distances don't come. But as soon as you get that rhythm, big things can happen. Another 14+ meter jump. 14.11 is her best. She is now on the board and in 6th place. Of Finland now sitting in 12th place, 13.47 in the opening round. Entry to the final 3 jumps now stands at 13.92. Just a foul there. Now that is the graphic that the technical officials are looking at when they make a decision as to whether or not a jump is foul. It's a highly pixelated picture, so they can really zoom in and double check to see if that foot crossed the plane at any point in the jump. Makla has closed out our 2nd round. We are ready to go at the top. You can see the focus of the ladies as they manage their emotions through the round. And in that sense, it really is a marathon more than a sprint. As a field eventer, you are out there for a long time. It's impossible to stay switched on the whole time. You have to learn that skill of shutting down and firing back up on command. Orji ready for her 3rd round attempt. Her best distance so far is 14.36. She credits gymnastics as a big part of her success. She used to compete as an all-around gymnast, floor, vault, beams, and bar. You saw there on the graphic that foot just crossed that plane. Now she's currently sitting in 4th place, as I said, with a 14.36. She is an athlete who has been hovering around the medals for years, so good at getting into finals, just yet to make that jump onto the podium. Moore competed in the long jump and the triple jump in Budapest, focusing only on the triple jump here, which means this event means a lot to her. She was well back on the board there. Now in Budapest, in the Budapest World Champs, she made the final in both, but on both occasions performed better in the qualification round than in the finals. And I do wonder if perhaps she'll prefer the competition format for the indoors, where the qualification and the final happen all at once. Moore still sitting in 5th place. Coming up next, and the reason why LaFond is looking intently at the runner on the runway, or at the jumper on the runway, Perez Hernandez. Perez Hernandez saw herself drop from gold, drop from silver, now sitting in bronze medal place. LaFond laid down a huge mark in round 2, personal best, first time over 15 meters, 15:01. LaFond will be waiting to see how Perez Hernandez responds. At the moment, the triple jump has just been paused as we have a 60-meter hurdle race taking place. Perez Hernandez is having to be patient. Sometimes the worst thing is to have to think longer about what you're about to do. You never know what's going to happen at a competition, and you have to learn to be ready for anything. Perez Hernandez patiently waiting for the all clear from the officials. There is the orange cone in the runway. The jumper cannot go, but the official has just removed it. Perez Hernandez has a personal best of 14:98. She is capable of responding to the challenge that's been laid down by LaFond. That jump has been given the green light. It's a different experience as an athlete when you are having to jump in response and to claw back the lead, but again, such an important skill to learn. The feeling of this triple jump must be very different, because when you have an athlete like Rojas, who has been so dominant in the event, the opportunity to come out and to learn how to win is so important. See Perez Hernandez. They're just looking, perhaps, well, it's hard to read. I don't want to say a little bit down, but you can see in her eyes she wants this title. The problem is, that woman, all smiles, has laid down a massive mark to beat. Pitch ready for her third round attempt. This is an important jump. At the moment, as we just saw, she finds herself in 11th place. Unless she can jump bigger than 13.92, she will not make that cutoff. She will not be getting those final 3 jumps. Charisma Taylor of the Bahamas currently occupying that place with 13.92. She was really pushing the envelope on that one, getting as close to the board as possible. Unfortunately, too close. Sometimes you have to really push the edges. You have to go for it. She wanted to lift herself up. Lift herself up the rankings in order to get those final 3 jumps. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for her on this occasion. That will be the end of her competition. Taylor's back. She's done her 60-meter hurdles. And actually, originally in the order, she was drawn in 15th place. So she's already taken her first 2 jumps because they adjusted the order, allowing her to go first. So she won't have to miss any of her jumps. She just might be a little bit tired from doing a 60-meter heat in between. Talish also finding herself in the same position of Filipic, needing a big jump in the 3rd round to get into this final within a final. You can see all the action in the background there. Things have gotten very busy on that triple jump runway. She's doing so well to maintain her focus and maintain her composure. She is the Balkan champion, the Mediterranean Games champion. Regional meets so important to help you prepare for moments like this on the world stage. Unfortunately, that will not be enough for Talish to move on. Her competition has also come to an end. We have just been told that Lafond has passed on her 3rd round attempt. Understandably so. She had a huge lifetime best of 15:01 in the 2nd round. Perhaps needing a little bit of time to compose herself, perhaps just enjoying the luxury of having a little bit of rest. Sitting in the lead, only passed on the 3rd round, still giving herself the option to respond if anyone challenges for her lead. Pelotero Campeor is the athlete sitting in 2nd. Getting herself ready for this 3rd round. She took silver position off Perez Hernandez. 14:67, jumping a season's best, just 20 centimeters down on her PB. And that PB is back from when she won the bronze medal in Tokyo. And that jump looked good. It's great to see her coming back to her best form after taking some time away. So she jumped 14:67 in the 2nd round. Has she improved on that mark? What a graphic. You can see there how her jumping compares to the leader. You can see the differences in the phases and where the centimeters are being gained by Lafond. 14:64 from Pelotero Campeor. Great consistency. Our 2nd athlete from Romania, Ion. She's in 9th place. 9th place is on the wrong side of that cutoff for those final 3 rounds. She will have given this jump everything she had to lift her above Charisma Taylor, currently sitting in that 8th place at 13:92. 13:62, unfortunately, that is not going to be enough. Another athlete whose competition has ended here. Attention turning to the outdoor season. And what you can't see on the screen right now is all of the 4x400 meter men lining up. It is so busy right where she is starting. You can just see all the bodies there. It is so hard to maintain that focus, block it all out, and focus on what you have to do. And Kilty has quite a big job here. Currently sitting in 13th place, 13:46. She needs to add half a meter to that to get up into that final. Unfortunately, that is not going to be enough. Little shake of the head there. So perhaps not the result she wanted, but still a great opportunity to come out, break up that winter training, see where you're at. If nothing else, this is a marker. This lets you know where you are at with your training, because training and competing is so, so different. And you can learn both from your performance, both from your competitors, how to then focus the work for the next season. Something Morimoto is trying to do. Again, she's been very open about her disappointment with the Asian Indoor Championships. Said she is struggling and trying to work through some difficulties with her jumping. Has she had enough time to do that? Now, she went into this final round with 2 fouls. Now, whether or not that is a valid jump, that is not going to be enough to take her past Charisma Taylor's 13.92. Unfortunately, it is a no jump. Again, no athlete wants to come to a global final and have 3 no measures. She has to be careful now. She's about to cross and go and chat with her coach. Again, we've got a 4x400 meter going on. Again, not ideal, but an opportunity to have some hard conversations, reassess, figure out what she needs to do to get herself ready for those games in Paris. She is the national record holder in Japan, more than capable of a 14-meter plus jump. This was just not her day. Santos, again in a similar position, sitting in 14th place, needing a big mark to lift herself into one of those top 8 positions. Good on the board, but that distance is not going to be far enough, and she knows it. Little clap there for the crowd, just acknowledging how great they've been. She knows that will be the end. $13.45. It is an improvement for her, an improvement on her opening of $13.39, but not enough to lift her up the field. She will finish in 14th spot. Now, 5'6". Kimberly Williams has said she has her work cut out for her. Rojas is 6'2". But Williams has said that she's learned to work with what she's got. Height, obviously an advantage in this event, particularly because your takeoff position, where your center of mass and your hips are at, will automatically be higher than an athlete who's shorter. But other skills definitely contribute to some excellent jumping. Williams in particular has great speed. An 11.65 100-meter sprinter. She has medaled on this stage 3 times. 14.07. She's now past the 14-meter mark. And you can see how she is working her way through those jumps. Another shot there, just of how busy it is down where a lot of these ladies are starting their jumps. Having to work very hard to maintain focus. You can see the crowd responding there to her calls for a clap. She's currently sitting in 7th place. Foul on her first attempt, 14.01 on the second attempt. And that was miles in front of the board. She is going to have a rethink about that run-up. Charisma Taylor, busiest morning here so far. She took 2 triple jump events. She took 2 triple jumps. She then headed over to the 60-meter heats, and she is now back in time for her 3rd jump. Lots of shoe changes going on there. Charisma Taylor currently sitting in 8th spot on the right side of that cutoff. She was visibly not happy with that one. Rhythm there just looks a little bit off. But again, you can imagine how difficult it is to switch between 2 really technical events, go from triple jumping over to the hurdles. She's going to carry a little bit of fatigue over from those hurdles back to triple jump, and there really hasn't been any opportunity for her to then re-warm up, get back into that jumping mode. And even on the infield itself, there simply isn't a lot of space for her. The good news is she will likely get another 3 attempts to find her rhythm. However, that depends on Makela. If Makela can jump further than 13.92, Taylor will be out. Taylor will be watching with interest. Now, that one I don't think is going to challenge. She has gotten the green light, but I think she knows it. Taylor is looking with a little bit of relief. And there is the result, 13:41. Taylor is safe. Makela's competition has come to an end. That closes out round 3. So the athletes are now going to be reordered. The athlete in 8th place will be jumping first, so not great news for Taylor, who's already probably pretty tired. She'll have jumped at the end of the 3rd round, and we'll be kicking off our 4th round. The athlete in the lead, which is LaFont, has earned herself the right of final response. She will jump last in the new order. Perez Hernandez. She will have come into this meet knowing she has a shot at a first global title. It was LaFont who came in and laid down a world-leading mark, choosing the most perfect opportunity possible to jump at her best. Taylor is already a history maker, the first Dominican athlete to win a Commonwealth Games gold medal. She did it twice, 2018 and 2022. Letera Campeor looks ready for a boxing match. And in many ways, that is what we've gotten in this triple jump final so far. You can You just see the double shot there of her on the big screen. Each athlete keeping in their own zone, preparing in their own way. Now LaFond passed on her third round attempt. What will she decide to do on rounds 4, 5, and 6? Because if no one else jumps farther than that, she will have the gold medal. However, she needs to keep herself ready for the possibility that somebody could go bigger. The thing as well is, look, if you're having a great day and you feel great, sometimes you want to keep jumping just to see how far you can get. As an athlete, those moments when everything is working out, everything in your body is firing, training is going great, it can be few and far between, and you never want to let an opportunity go to waste. You can see the officials there. Just the hard work they're doing. It takes so much focus from the officials, just making sure they are getting everything right. You can see there with all of all the wonderful technology we have now. We have cameras for the board. We've got that amazing graphic showing the distances and the speeds, and yet our official is working off a piece of paper and a pen. See the high jump mats have been set up. We've got the men's 4x4 going. We've got some lovely conversations going on between the triple jumpers on that bench. See the way they're able to switch off and switch on. Everybody in this event wants to win. And yet there's still time to have a little bit of a catch-up. Charisma Taylor, very, very busy lady this morning. Competing in the women's hurdles. She was one of the last athletes to take her jump from the third round. She is the first athlete to take her jump in the fourth round. Not a lot of time in between for her to recover. She was visibly unhappy with her round 3 jump. Again, so hard having to switch between 2 technical events. .13.51, that is not an improvement for Charisma. Big opportunity for Guillaume. She's going to be competing, hopefully, at a home Olympics. So important to learn how to manage yourself in the high pressure situations. To have the confidence that you can deliver in the moment it matters most. And there's no better way to practice that than at a World Indoor Champs. She's already set a PB this season of 14.11. 14.01, just off that in her second round jump. Not an improvement there. You can see your coach talking so animatedly there. Again, with all this technology, I wish we had some lip readers on hand. Fascinating to see the discussions that take place between athletes and their coaches. Kimberly Williams has been quietly working her way through this competition, improving with every jump. She is so experienced at these World Indoor Champs. Been on the podium 3 times here. Our bronze medalist from 2022. Can she keep this trajectory, keep this improvement going? Williams has a PB of 14.69. Bronze medal currently sitting at 14.58. The graphics on there suggest that jump wouldn't have been enough, and it is a foul. No improvement there for Williams. Was ranked 2nd in the world this season in long jump. However, she has chosen to focus her attention on this event. Moore is a 15-meter jumper. You see the photographer there doing whatever it takes to get the shot. Moore seems to be completely oblivious as to what's going on behind her. Triple jump means a lot to her. Can she get near her best? That is what it will take to knock LaFond off the top. That will not challenge LaFond. Moore's best so far is 14.15. $13.99 will not be an improvement, and you can just see there in phase 2 almost half a meter difference between LaFond and Moore. LaFond sitting in the lead there, quietly composed, knowing she's already had an amazing morning of work, but still having to stay ready just in case a response does come. Moore's teammate, Orji, ready to go. She was 4th in the Olympics and 7th in Tokyo. Consistently just hovering around the medals. Not quite yet being able to get onto that podium. $13.49, not an improvement. Hernandez, possibly the favorite coming into this event. She was a bronze medalist from Budapest World Championships 2023. The two athletes who finished above her, Rojas and Beck Romanchuk, chose not to compete here. So possibly she came into this competition thinking this was hers to take. But LaFond had other things in mind. Hernandez clearly not given up yet. She still believes she can take this title. And that is a much better jump from Perez Hernandez. Cuba only sent 4 athletes to this competition. All of them were triple jumpers. 2 men, 2 women. Unfortunately, Pavea, as we saw in the opening credits, was not able to start this event, but they are so good at producing jumping talent. Has she clawed back that lead? 14.90. That is close enough that perhaps LaFond will think about taking her warm-ups off, but what she has done is elevated herself from bronze into silver. How will Pelotero Campeor compare? Now LaFond is just letting the officials know her decision. Is she going to choose to jump? Or has she been watching her competitors closely and decided, I don't think they have it today? LaFond has decided to pass her 4th attempt. She's looking with great interest. She's eyeballing her competitors. Now she's just passed attempt 4. She's still given herself the option to jump 5 and 6. Pelotero Campeor, she has just seen her silver medal demoted to bronze. Perez Hernandez just laid down 14.90 season's best. Pelotero Campeor jumped a 14.67 season's best to get into silver medal position. Pelotero Campeor's best ever jump, 14.87, back from Tokyo, when she was the Olympic bronze medalist. It will take a personal best for Pelotero Campeor to get back into the silver medal position. Behind her. She's having a very firm conversation with herself and that pit. What can she deliver? We know she's coming back to her best. She took some time off after having her daughter in December 2022. So great to see her back near to her best. Was a good jump, however. That was very tight on the board, not given the red or not given the green light. Now, our leader LaFond has decided to pass. One of the benefits of the reordering when you're in the lead after the first 3 rounds means that you always jump last. So you get to watch your competitors go ahead of you You always have the final decision and the final right to respond. LaFawn deciding not to do any additional work. She will come in to defend her 15:01 if she has to. But for the moment, she is spectating on this triple jump with great interest. Possibly moments away from being crowned champion. Perez Hernandez has mounted an excellent response. 1490, just 8 centimeters shy of her best ever jump. Evidence that she clearly is not finished with this competition, not finished with this attempt at a global title. Charisma Taylor opened with a 13.95. Totals have been going a little bit the wrong way since then. As we know, she had a 60-meter hurdles in between her second and third round attempts. Again, not only adding to the fatigue, but it's difficult to switch between two very technical events. Look to be much closer to her standard. And it's interesting to see that a lot of the triple jumpers in this event a lot of them come from multi-event backgrounds. A lot of them do several different events, like Charisma Taylor there. And I think part of it is just that the athleticism and the coordination required to be a triple jumper is so intense that actually having a multi-sport background can be really helpful. 14:04. She will be pleased to finally get over that 14-meter mark. It looks like she is getting her rhythm back. One more jump to go in round 6. Elone will have just watched as Taylor leapfrogged ahead of her. She is now in 8th place. How can Elone respond? Again, these moments are so important. You can't replicate this kind of experience in training. It was a good attempt from Elone, but I don't think that is enough to get back into 7th place. She's going to need to be careful. There are some runners coming through there. Fortunately, she saw them at just the last second. With her coach before taking that final attempt. Will he have the cues that will make the difference? Again, LaFawn still looking on. Ready to go if she needs to. At the moment, I suspect she can feel that gold medal within her grasp. Working her way through this competition. A modest start, managed to get herself over the 14-meter mark, earning a season's best. She's currently sitting in 6th place. She She has a history of success at these championships. At the moment, it is going to take quite a leap to get onto that podium. It's interesting, Tentoglu made a comment after his long jump final saying that even though he won the event and he was quite happy to win, he wasn't particularly happy with the distance, and he just talked about how difficult it was to get your body prepared for an early morning final. Lots of the athletes moving up at 6 a.m., but every athlete is in the same position. Jasmine Moore at her best is a 15-12 jumper. At the start of the competition, she was the only athlete in the field over the 15-meter mark. Now we have two. LaFawn jumping a lifetime best, putting her into first place. Jasmine has not been jumping close to those distances yet this meet. Rhythm and timing so important in this event. Hopefully Moore will be able to get back to those 15-meter plus ways. She actually jumped that 15-meter and the 7-meter long jump back-to-back days last March. Orji was one of the athletes that inspired Moore, both attending University of Georgia. And you can just see the expression from the face there of Orji. It can be so frustrating when you know that a bigger jump is in your system and you're just not able to find a way to express it. She is currently sitting in 4th place. Nice fist pump there. Sitting in 4th place with 14:36. So many times she has been a finalist. So many times she has been so close to the podium. She finished 4th in the Rio Olympics. What will it take for her to figure out how to get into the medals? Perez Hernandez has 11 centimeters she needs to find to reclaim that gold medal spot. Now LaFawn will be looking on with interest. Or perhaps she won't be. Sometimes it's better not to see. Actually, I'm looking at her right now and she is not looking at Hernandez. And that was a big jump. I'm not sure it's going to challenge LaFawn. But she hasn't given the green. All clear. Another big jump from Perez Hernandez. She could be pleased in the fact that she is jumping pretty consistently. We we've just been told that LaFond is passing again for this round. She saw what Perez Hernandez had to deliver. She knows she is still sitting in the lead. You can just see her there at the edge of a smile, just a glimmer of a smile on her face. You don't quite want to allow yourself to begin to hope too early. Again, it's not over. So many times in this event, we have seen everything change in the final round. We saw Yulimar Rojas do it in Budapest, having a bit of a nightmare of a competition and then finding a way to make it happen in that 6th round. She is not clear yet, but she is so close. Pelotero Campeor at one point was sitting in the silver medal position. Perez Hernandez managed to claw her way back into it. 14.90 for Perez Hernandez, 14.67 for the athlete from Spain. So much going on that runway. Pelotero Campeor hasn't even taken a glance sideways. She has been staring down that runway, fully focused on the task at hand. Perez Hernandez will have one more attempt. You can see her coach there just trying to give her the tools she needs to go and make those adjustments. Telling her where she is going to find those extra centimeters and how she will do it. The Spanish athlete has been standing on that runway for a long time. You can see her coach there just getting a little bit frustrated. Possibly Pelotero Campeor was as well, but there is absolutely no room for frustration in these moments. You just have to let it go. Stay in your zone, carry on with your routine, do exactly what you need to do to get your best. Once you are on that runway, it is yours. Nobody else gets the opportunity to intervene. Orchestrating the crowd to get them behind her. She wants it a little bit louder. Can she shake up those podium positions? You always know it is a good jump when there is a collective ooh in the crowd. That is an improvement, another season's best, and actually some more great news for Pelotero Campeor. She now has her Olympic qualifying standard. The qualifying standard is at 14.55. So lots of opportunities at these World Indoor Championships. Of course, athletes have come here for the medals, but as well, Olympic qualifiers and world ranking points at stake. Now, LaFond has chosen to pass her 5th attempt, which means we are back at the top of the order for our 6th and final round. Now, this is the first time that we've seen LaFond up and doing a little bit of a shakeout, a little bit of a warm-up. Perhaps that's giving us a little bit of a hint that she is planning on taking this final jump, or at least planning on being ready in the event that she needs to take it. both Perez Hernandez and Letera Campeor have shown that they are consistent and they are improving as the rounds go. She does not want to leave anything to chance. It's hard though. She now will have sat for 3 rounds in a row. If she has to respond, of course she might argue that there's a benefit of being rested, but sitting for that long and being cold can affect your rhythm and your flow. Charisma Taylor getting ready for her final jump. She took a bit of a break to compete in the 60-meter hurdles. She's a personal best of 12:84 in the 100-meter hurdles. Multi-talented athlete. Fortunately, the schedule was not kind to her today. Having the hurdles and the triple jump final on the same morning. Taylor is just being held for this final round, and she is not sure why. Bit of a conversation being held with the official. Was being held is because the L'Homme of France is actually the next jumper. Because Taylor's jump put her into 7th place, we've had another reordering at the end of the 6th round. So the French athlete will jump first. Taylor of Bahamas will jump next. Officials doing a great job of making sure that all of the athletes are aware of what's going on. And it's not easy, 1, because there's a lot of athletes, but 2, it is so loud down there on the infield. One of the benefits of indoor athletics is with this smaller arena, you can really feel the noise, feel the vibrations. Was aware that she was up next and has done her final preparations. Final opportunity to make her mark at her first World Indoor Championships. Her coach was giving her some very animated advice after round 5. Can she put it into action? Was miles in front of the board. You can just see there she is struggling to find consistency on that runway. Some frustration in her face there. But big things await this season. Lots to learn from here. Lots of things to take forward into a home Olympics. Taylor now on the runway in the correct order. Four-year-old studied at the University of Tennessee. She is coming in with a season's best of 13:92, already beat it in this competition, 14:04, and once again, Taylor is having to wait. Okay, the orange cone has now been taken off the runway, which means Taylor has the all clear to go. She has already set a season's best in this competition at 14:04. Looking to sign off with another big jump. A bit of a dip in performance in the middle rounds, but once again, it looks like she has found her rhythm. That one looked to be over the 14-meter mark. Her best jump was from the 5th round, 14:04. Took a little bit of time to find her rhythm after dipping out to compete in those hurdles. She will have another improvement. She has now taken over 6th place position ahead of Kimberly Williams. Great way to end a competition for her. Now Williams is our bronze medalist from the World Indoor Championship 2022, the only medalist from that champs who's competing here. She has just seen Taylor overtake her. Williams is an athlete who knows how to get on this World Indoor podium. Can she put it together in her 6th round jump? And you can just see there, that was not the landing she was going for. Usually Williams has a beautiful leg shoot. You can see her heels well before she goes into the sand. Not to be for Williams today. This was the event that Moore chose to focus on at these champs, opting not to compete in the long jump. This event means a lot to her, and oh, unfortunately, by eye, that one is going to be a foul. And this is a brave choice from Moore in terms of choosing to focus on the triple jump. She came in as 2nd in the world in the long jump. But possibly this was a strategic move. If this is an event that she's been working on, if this is an event where she's been making technical changes, then what better place to practice that than under the enormous pressure of a world indoor champs. We know at her best she's a 15-12 meter jumper. She has not been close to that today. But an opportunity now to go back and strategize and figure out how to get back to those 15-meter jumps. Orji has been in this position before, 4th place at the Rio Olympics. 6th place at the World Championships 2022, 7th in Doha. Is this her time to finally get on the podium? And oh no! The good news is that she does not appear to be hurt on that one, but you can just see what happens when any of your timing goes wrong in this triple jump. So much force, so much power going through your legs as you are touching down in between those phases. I love the description of landing on a single leg in between these long jump phases is very much like trying to do it while having a rhinoceros on your back. Such are the forces involved. That won't be an improvement for Orji. She will finish in 4th place again. What will it take for her to get on that podium? Now LaFond is taking her warm-ups off for the first time since the second round. She may still choose not to take that final jump, but she knows she needs to be ready because two very talented athletes are jumping before her. Elitera Campeor jumped a huge 14.75, bagged her Olympic qualifying standard for the Paris Olympics. She's been improving throughout the rounds. Does she have a surprise waiting in this sixth round? Final jump of the competition for her. Once again, the Spanish athlete having to wait patiently. These are the moments athletes live for. A massive opportunity in front of you. You know the pressure. This is your opportunity to see what is inside. The bronze medal is hers. Can she upgrade that to a silver or a gold? Well, it was looking good, but you can see at the end that final phase just wasn't there, but she knows the bronze medal is hers, and finally those emotions are able to be released. What a comeback it has been for this athlete. Bronze medalist in Tokyo Olympics. Oh, look at that, giving a very happy fan there her bib. Bronze medalist in the Olympics, took some time out to have her daughter in December 2022, and now back to winning ways. Just the elation, the relief, the emotion there of the Spanish athlete. Now, Perez Hernandez currently sits in silver. The silver is hers. And LaFond is watching because this is the only athlete that currently stands between her and a gold global medal. That is an excellent attempt by Perez Hernandez, but that was very close on the board, too close to call. She is hoping, and it is a foul, which means LaFond is the world champion. Tia LaFond, already a history maker for her country. She was the first athlete to win a Commonwealth Games gold medal, or sorry, Commonwealth Games medal. She did that twice, 2018, 2022, and she is now a world champion. Yes, she took her warm-ups off. She was ready to go in the event that Perez Hernandez had a response. I think it's safe to say she's not taking that jump. Our celebrations have already begun. You could just see throughout the competition that smile just slowly creeping in before she told herself, no, I have got to stay composed, and now she can let it all out. I mean, this is an athlete who has just so committed to improving. A horrendous experience in the Tokyo Olympics, qualifying for the final and then having a nightmare in that final. Performing well in the past 2 World Championships, and now taking her opportunity, taking her moment at these World Indoor Championships. She is a silver medalist. It's a fantastic achievement, and yet you can see Perez Hernandez came here for the gold. And that is our bronze medalist, Ana Pelletier-Campeor, on her comeback after taking some time out to have her daughter. Bronze medalist in Tokyo, and now on that podium again as a bronze medalist. And that is Pelletier-Campeor's little daughter. How amazing to watch your mom win a medal. Not an experience many children get to have. These are your World Indoor Championship medalists. What a morning for the women's triple jump. What a competition we have had this morning. Perez Hernandez coming in as perhaps the favorite on paper, but Thea Lafond delivering her best when it mattered most. A world lead, her first time ever over 15 meters. Wow, what a morning, what a competition, and there is no better way to watch it than watching every single jump as it happens. It's such an amazing story, this event, and you really need to see it from start to finish. You need to see all the emotions involved, all the different facial expressions, all the different changes of leads. We also had that unusual doubling up from Charisma Taylor in the hurdles this morning. Not often we see that. We have no women doing the double in the jumps. Women's long jump is taking place later this evening at 9:15 local time. And some great action also coming up tonight, including the 4x400 meter. Always exciting. We saw how busy it got on the track. We're glad you joined us. Hope you enjoyed the uninterrupted action.